All right.
Shalom, shalom. This is Soldier Yazaniah.
This is Soldier Mapia Bashath.
We're Sakari Toronto coming at you with a little exhortation and breakdown on this atrocity that just came to light in Vancouver. Was it Vancouver, British Columbia?
Con.
Vancouver, British Columbia. That these wicked Edomites are causing their tongue to fall upon themselves
That's right.
in these last days, and completely verifying and bringing reverence and validity to the Israelites, man,
Con.
to the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. So before we begin, we have to give all praises, all glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem,
Hashem.
Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh.
and we're going to get into it.
Con.
So first, we're going to pull up the book of I'm going to pull up the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33.
Con. Slakia. I'll just pull it up on the screen right quick. All right. What verse? Slakia.
Jeremiah 50, verse 33.
Con. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
You see that? So we're both held together. None other captivity had both the house of Israel and the house of Judah in it. So this is clearly talking about a new land. Obviously, the land of the north, the fourth part, the fourth quarter of the earth that no man was to dwell in beforehand.
Con.
So this is clearly talking about the Americas, and they held us fast. You see that?
That's right.
And say it again.
I said that's right. That's right.
That's right. So and they held us fast, man. So holding us fast, that could be talking about in constraints and in bondage, and and even Egypt in itself, which is this new land, is called double straits. Um, if you go into the ancient meaning of that word in context, it's double straight, caught between two a rock and a hard place.
That's right.
They're they're
Con.
uh, they held us fast as captives. So this is clearly talking about the land in the north, where the prophecies of Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68 would be taking place. So you have anything to add? Anything to add on to that?
Con. No. No. I don't have anything to add
Con,
to that
con.
right now. Con.
And they refused to let them go. So, they refused to let us go by, um, all these proverbs and bywords they call us, hiding ourselves. That's how it can equate into this modern captivity.
Con. That's right. And we see here, just recently that they found 215 children, you know, indigenous Native American children, their remains right under the school, one of the residential schools in British Columbia, man.
Freaking
You know,
madness. It's
complete,
freaking madness, man.
complete madness, complete profanity, man. Esau is just so wicked, man.
Hmm.
Building, building houses on top of our bones, man. At kids, how wicked can you be? You
That's
understand?
right. Get Psalms 64:8 real quick.
Come on. It's like you said, 54 and 8.
Yeah,
Come on.
64 and verse 8. Oh, 64, Salakia.
Come on. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
You see that? They make their own tongues to fall upon themselves, man.
Con,
This is what this the media is basically ousting the atrocities of this violent man.
that's right.
Basically snitching on themselves that they're the vile and profane of the earth, and that the prophecies and the curses and all the description of the Israelites fall upon our people here and both northern and southern kingdom.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
All right, right. And Slakia, like, and to add into that, Esau's the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
that's
Right?
right.
And the devil just means deceiver, man. And they've been deceiving everybody on this earth for so way too long, man.
That's
This
right.
completely deceiving our people, man. You understand? They when you scroll further down into this article, you see Canada reveals names of residential school victims. They had the names and all of that here, man. Right? The schools that had cemeteries instead of playgrounds, man. Right? They had
Right.
cemeteries, man. And you see all of our people just completely killed and destroyed, man. Right?
Get the book of Obadiah 1 and 3 real quick.
Come on. Let me
Or one, go to one and go to 1 and 2 and then read down to 3.
kind of slack here. PC is getting a little slow for some reason.
Esau, man.
Right?
That's Esau. Go to verse 2 and then
Uh,
jump down to 3 after.
this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
You
Verse
see
3.
that? And all they that saw them shall flee away. So that's them being made small. How are they being made small? Because they're getting in these last days, they're getting ousted, man,
That's
for
right.
their atrocities done against the holy and precious jewels of the Most High.
Come on, man. And they have no damn shame. You
Yeah,
understand?
and that's what verse 3 is gonna fucking Salakia. That's what verse 3 is gonna go into real quick.
Come on. This is verse 3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
You see that? The pride of his heart has deceived you. You think you can boast in these actions and then use it to usurp authority and what's the word, and implement your one world agenda, saying we need reform, we need change, but that enterprise isn't gonna isn't gonna come to fruition.
Con. Con. They're just speaking with empty words when their heart's not even there with him, and they're just wicked. You
That's right.
understand?
They don't they don't have a heart, man.
Exactly.
They're not even alive.
Right? Their mind is just empty words, man. You
Con,
know?
con.
Right? Let me keep going. Thou though that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
You see that? Who shall bring me down? And he's boasting and drunk off of the blood of the saints, like it says in Revelations, man, in the
Con.
book of Revelation. So he's boasting in this blood. He thinks he can do as much as proclaim it to the heavens, man, that I did this. And look, babies dead by my hands,
So
and
damn
nothing
wicked, man.
and nothing can come about it. Anyways, let's get into the article before it goes too long.
Con. Right? Now this is the article here. Canada mourns as remains of 215 children found at indigenous school. Canada mourns, man. Only our Native American brothers and sisters are mourning, man.
That's
These
right.
Edomites don't care, right? They're only caring now because he got exposed.
That's right.
And it's just a fake tears, man. You understand? And this is just one school. There's thousands of schools, man.
Bring that
So
up.
imagine, right? So it says a mass grave containing the remains of 215 children has been found in Canada at a former residential school set up to assimilate indigenous people, right? It says the children were students at the Kamloops Indian Residential School in British Columbia that closed in 1978, man, right? So this is all the way, it closed all the way in 1978. We're in the year 2021 right now, right? And now they just discovered this, man. This,
with all the names.
man, it's just madness, man.
You know.
The discovery was announced on Thursday by the chief, right? And it's like I can't say the name here, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a First Nation chief, man. He found
Con.
the remains, right? Understand? And those are
Mm-hmm.
our brothers and sisters that found this, man. And then it says Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, this damn devil, said it was a painful reminder of a shameful chapter of our country's history.
This isn't a chapter, man. This isn't a chapter. This is the whole uh, 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 main premise of this entire book. That is Canada. this this isn't a chapter. That's what the book is about. That's what Canada is about. Rape, rob, and murder of blacks and Native American and Hispanic Israelites, man.
Con,
This
right?
is not a.
Con, the origin from the beginning to the end, they just this whole country, this all of the Americas has just been rape, rob, and murder, man. We've just been oppressed
That's right.
and still being oppressed to this day, man. Right?
Hmm.
And our Native American brothers over there, over here in Canada, right? They still don't have clean running water,
That's right.
right? They still have these pipelines going into their place, their homes, man, their houses, man, right?
Pull up the book of Deuteronomy 28 real quick.
Come on,
28 verse 48.
come on. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst
You see
and in
that?
nakedness.
In hunger, in thirst, and in nakedness. This isn't a chapter. That's the entire book. This is why the Most High has sent us into Egypt in the first place.
Come on.
Because we refuse to serve him with joyfulness and gladness of heart, according to his law, statutes, and commandments, man.
That's right.
And our Northern Kingdom brothers over here were doing all sorts of child sacrifice.
Come on.
So that you already know the Most High abhors that and even judged nations outside of Israel for just that.
That's right.
The Canaanites.
That's right. With that being,
So hmm?
Con, go ahead. Go ahead. Slakia.
No, I'm basically done. Go ahead.
Con. Um, with that being said, let me read verse 45 over here, man.
Come on.
Right? And it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, which is going on still to this day, man. We're cursed. Our people are really cursed, man. Right? And shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and the statutes which he commanded thee. Right? Right? So the so called black man, Native American man, and Hispanic man, right? Right? The Northern Kingdom were put into slavery just like us, man. They were raped, robbed, and destroyed, man. Right?
That's great.
So all of these atrocities, it didn't just happen to the so-called black man, man. It happened to the Hispanics and the Native Americans here, man. Right? And so we were destroyed altogether because of our disobedience, right?
That's
So
right.
that's part of the reason why we're in the Western Hemisphere, very far from our native land, which is Israel, man. Right?
Exactly. And that title is so misleading, man. Canada's not mourning for this.
Come
They
on,
know why we're here, and they're literally without them. They're the weapon of the Most High, and they understand that. So to keep their kingdom going, it means to put these curses and these atrocities on. That's why do you think they brought it up in the first place?
come on,
You see that? For
come on.
outrage, to pin your nationality upon you, saying this is what was done to indigenous people, but it really wasn't. It was done to the Israelites.
Exactly.
So it's there's so much levels and layers as to why they're bringing this out. but
Exactly.
ultimately, no one's mourning for us, man, and no one has ever mourned for us.
Con, right? This is why we got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. Right?
That's
Because
right.
because of our disobedience, that's why we were sold into captivity, man, and why we're constantly conquered by this damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. The
That's right.
so-called white man, the Edomites, right? Let me get to 46. Let me read 46, right?
Dude.
And it says, "And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever." Right? And what does that mean? This is a sign for the Israelites, man. All these curses shall be a sign for us, so that we know exactly who we are, right? That's what the
Go to
Most High.
47 real quick.
Come on. That's what the Most High says, man.
That's right.
So this
Read
is verse
47 real quick.
47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
You see that? And that's why it came upon us. And that's why, and by whose hand did it come upon us? From the so-called white man's, man. So there's
Come
no way that they can be, sincere about this apology, or doing it for any sort of ulterior motives than to, you know, uh, prophesy that they're gonna do it again, man. In
on,
in Jacob's trouble. So we could go ahead and continue with the article.
come on. It's like it, right? And it says here, um, it's like it. So the prime minister, this damn devil, Justin Trudeau, said it was a painful reminder of a shameful chapter of our country's history, right? And everybody knows, you know, how wicked the so-called white man is, man. What how they got into this damn power over here, man.
That's
And what
right.
they did to the Native Americans, right? They use a soft term where they say, "Oh, in history they just colonize places." Colonize is just a short, it's just a PC term for saying rape, robbery, and murder. You
That's
understand?
right. That's right.
It's just a PC term. You know, so that's the word they use to teach the children over here in the Americas, man, in Canada, in the United States, man. That's
Exactly.
the term they use.
They, what do they say? Colonial powers.
Colonialism and
Hmm.
colonizing. How did they colonize? Rape, robbery, murder. That's the meaning of colonization, man.
That's right.
You know,
Even
and
even these, I could apply that to so many medians of political dominance and terminology. That's just in a way to just you know attack our or to poke fun at the mere fact that they have us in captivity.
gone,
Democracy over our people. Uh, um, what's another one? Capitalism. I don't know. Over our people. Over our people.
gone,
All these terms are for nothing, man.
gone. Because at the end of the day, they want us they want to keep us down, man. They don't
That's
want us
right.
to realize who we are. You understand? Because then they'll know that their time is at an end. You know,
That's right.
right? And for sure, they don't want Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom to unite because through this information of what happened to the Northern Kingdom, that they suffered the same exact atrocities that happened to us, the so-called black people of this world, man. That we'll find out exactly in the scriptures that we're the same people, man. You understand? And they don't want that to
Right.
happen.
That's right. Just different colors, man. But Israel's not homogenous. We're the exact same people suffering the exact same things, and that's part of what is that in Baruch? We shall remember ourselves.
Come on,
This,
let me bring this
mhm.
precept up right here. Should be Let me bring Baruch chapter 3 verse 8 here.
Because all of this is ultimately for our remembrance, right?
Come
All of
on.
this is. Do they have it on this website?
I don't think they have it here.
The Apocrypha?
No, I'm gonna have to search it up.
Con.
It's
But
like you.
all of that is for our remembrance. So that's the Most High bringing these prophecies to pass. That in the end times, we shall remember ourselves, and
Con.
a part of that remembrance is is these curses, man, and for a sign and a wonder
That's right.
that we're supposed to be turning back to, you know,
That's right.
which is why he sent his prophets out before to warn. These are the signs we're supposed to be looking for.
That's right. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Yo, stop there,
Man, man, oh man.
stop right there. What? We are yet this day in our captivity. Yet this
Con.
clearly, clear. We didn't go nowhere. All If you look at the progression of time, even as these atrocities were taking place in these residential systems, we were quote unquote freer then. That was
Con.
even before they usurped their or they established their dominance over the land.
That's right.
So it's even how much more worse are we today? Now that they have nuclear weapons and they can send out their troops any moment at any second to come. You know what I mean?
That's right.
We are yet this day in our captivity, man.
Con. And to add on to that, when we read these curses, who does it fit, right?
There you go.
Not only the so-called black man, but the Hispanic and Native American, right? So when we read the 68th verse in Deuteronomy, this didn't happen to the Arabs or Chinese, man,
Thank you.
right? This is a curse that only happened to the Israelites, man. And we could bring that Deuteronomy 28 and 68 right here, right? Where it says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you," right? And this only happened to the Native American, Hispanic, and so-called black man, right?
That's right. That's right. And we're the only ones who can relate to these curses because what? They are placed upon our seed forever.
Come on.
So we're the only. It's on a seed. It, so there's no way everyone can be the children of God, and there's no way that anyone can exclude Native American, Seminole, Indian, Hispanic, and Latinos, man.
That's right.
Absolutely no way, because not everyone can relate to such an atrocity. What's that one scripture where it says, I think it's pull up Daniel. I think it's Daniel 9.
Con, Con, I was just about to bring that out too. Con, Daniel 9.
Daniel 9, and like under the whole heaven has not been done unto Jerusalem. It's like 1 second.
Con, it's like I could use this precept here as well.
Can't pull it on you.
Con, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 9. We'll start at verse 9, right? Actually, Slacky, we'll start at verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, because we have sinned against him. Right?
That's right. Keep reading. Go down to
And
12.
Con, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
That's right.
Right? And that's what the Lord has done. He confirmed his word, man. He warned us through Moses, if you be disobedient, I'm going to put these curses on your ass, man.
That's right.
Right? And they're going to pursue you and overtake you and be a sign upon your children forever. Right?
Exactly.
So the Chinese people can say they can never say they're in captivity on slave ships, man.
That's
Right?
right.
The Arabs can never say they're in captivity on slave ships, man. Right? They can't say they've been sold on auction blocks and had a yoke of iron on their necks like the black man can.
That's
Right?
right. And no evil has been done unto these other people like has been done to us. So they
Con,
literally can't relate to this these prophecies in this book, man.
con. There's so much we can pull up, man. The wickedness that they've done,
That's
you
right.
know, feeding our babies, our children to gators, throwing us aboard over ships, using us as test subjects, you know, taking our teeth out and putting it into their teeth, replacing their teeth. Like they're so wicked, man. The torturing devices they use upon us in history.
That's right.
It's still here. All this information is still here, man.
Pull up Jeremiah 49 and 10.
Gone. Gone. So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, verse 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places.
You see that? Um, made him bear, which is what we read in Obadiah 1 and 2, that he's made small among the heathen. He's made him bear. Continue reading.
Con. And he shall not be able to hide himself.
You see that? You Salakia. He shall not be able to hide himself. So this is part of who he's trying to hide. This dark history. And the more it keeps getting brought out, the more he has, answers, or the more he has to do damage control.
Con.
So,
That's right.
he's bringing it out himself, trying to explain it away. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't explain away the murder of 200, what is it, 250 little
215
babies.
children, man.
Come on
Children.
now. You can't just explain that away and say, "Oh, we're mourning." What? That's foolishness, man. They're trying to inch by inch win our people over into their kingdom.
That's right.
What is it? He transgresses by wine, man. This is nothing but a part of his wine.
That's right. Right. Their whole ordeal is to try to get us to forget everything that they've done, man.
That's right. Forget that we're the chosen people, and he wronged us. Such innocent sheep. He wronged, for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Con.
Why? Because if you continue reading, his seed is spoiled.
That's right.
His
His
seed
seed is
is spoiled.
spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
You see that? He is not. He is nothing. In the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, it says he is as hell. He is hell.
That's right.
This is what he's trying to hide, that he's the vile wicked of the earth. And he made his neighbors, his brethren and his neighbors. I would say his neighbors are these other nations
Con.
that are in bed with him.
That's right.
Uh, 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 um, he's making them, defiled as well.
That's right.
And just continuously hiding our identity from us, man, so that we don't wake up. And I know he's going after the our Northern Kingdom brothers, uh, I would as hard, but even a little bit more, because they have such ties to this land.
Con.
You know, how
Con.
he's like, oh no, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Con. Con.
You
I
know,
have I have an extra precept as well.
yeah, man, go ahead,
Right.
go ahead.
To bring more light into Northern Kingdom, man. To show that our Northern Kingdom brothers, the so-called Native American man and the Hispanic man, are Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. Right. So let me read. This is Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 39. Right, and it says, and whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto them, right?
Oh,
Verse 40. Um, those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Hosea the king, whom Salmanazar, the king of Assyria, led away captive, and he carried them over the waters, and so came they into another land,
that's right.
right? So this basically talking about the northern kingdom being led into Assyria in captivity, right? And then we read verse 41. But they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt. Right? Understand?
That's
And
right.
what is this country? It's speaking about the Western Hemisphere, man. So North America, South America, Canada, So basically where we're at right now. You understand?
That's right.
So that's the land that it's talking about where no mankind has dwelt before, right? So there wasn't any type of civilizations here prior to the Northern Kingdom setting up camp over here, man.
That's right. That's right. All according to prophecy for that great and terrible day of the Lord, which is, our deliverance, man. He brought us here to deliver us out of this constraint, man, out of Egypt. Give me a
Con,
give me the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 10.
con. It's the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail, for now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field,
You see that? We shall dwell in the field. This is southern kingdom. Continue.
and thou shalt go even to Babylon, there shalt thou be delivered, there the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
You see that? So that's the land of the north, man.
Come,
That's the north quarters, and like we read earlier, Jeremiah 50 and 33. We have to go meet Northern Kingdom there, man.
that's right.
In the because we had to have been oppressed together.
Come,
So we had to dwell in the field, which is of course Africa, where we would always hide amongst the Hamites. You know what I mean?
that's right.
And then we would go further on into Babylon, and likewise, the Northern Kingdom dwelt in the field for a minute. The Most High carried them over the waters. You know what I mean? Dwelt,
Come,
dwelt in the land of their captivity in Assyria, and they went over the waters, man. So we both fit these prophecies,
come,
and then none of because after that, after Assyria, we weren't redeemed, and after Babylon, we weren't redeemed.
come,
So it has to be talking about a new Babylon.
come. That's right. And and to add on to that, not too long ago, the Mexican archaeologists, right? They found the Mayan slave ship, right? Right. So a Mayan slave ship has just been discovered just a few months ago, man. Showing the world that our Mexican, the so-called Mexican brothers are the the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's
Right.
right.
So that's going into exactly what we were talking about, how the Northern Kingdom went to a land that no man has dwelt before, man, over the waters, right?
That's right.
And there's also artifacts and relics, the Los Luna stone to show the Los Luna stone has ancient Hebrew writings there, man. There's the Mayans, the Aztecs, those are Israelites, man. That's what they were keeping. They're keeping the customs over here in the Americas, man. That's why they came over here to
That's
keep
right. And
the
even
Hebrew
in
customs.
these residential schools where obviously these bodies are found, what were they doing to the young men? They're cutting off their hair. They're shaving them bald and clean because what? They're Israelites and they kept these customs of 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 growing your hair out, not putting a razor to your face, to your head.
Con,
So
con,
that's even more, credence. If you even look up, there's some before and after pictures of these of our Northern Kingdom brothers in the residential schools, and the Edomites were dressing them just as themselves in army clothes. Try to find some pictures on Google real quick,
con. One sec.
because what, uh, we these things had to come to pass, man.
That's right.
These the because we constantly want to trust in the image of Egypt and the image of the beast ultimately, but for what? It's for our downfall, man.
That's
It's
right.
literally it's literally for our downfall because we trusted in it and we disobeyed the Most High and following after these other gods, man. He sent a mighty nation after us, chased us from to the to the ends of the world. Oh, I wanted them in residential schools.
Con. Right.
See that? Look, get down right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Con. Look what they did to us,
Look
man.
what they did.
Completely took our whole heritage away, man. The
That's right.
same the same thing what they did to the so-called black man, man.
That's right.
Shaved off, cut our whole hair off. You understand?
Said it's nasty. Said it. Likewise, today we yet in the day of our captivity, our hair is nasty. Don't cut it that way. Cut it like this. Dye it blonde. You know what I mean?
Con, right? So they stripped us of our culture, man, and
That's right.
completely destroyed us. Where we think that our hair and how we look isn't is ugly. We think that is not beautiful, right? Especially our women, right? So you
Hmm.
have our people going around, getting contact, blue eye contact, green eye contacts, dyeing their hair blonde because they believe that they don't look beautiful, that their brown eyes isn't beautiful, that their afro, their woolly hair isn't beautiful, man. Especially our women, they don't think that,
And
right?
likewise, these insecurities are found in both kingdoms, man.
That's right. That's
The
right.
darker you are, look, they even changed his skin complexion.
Khan,
What?
Khan
like
is
like likewise them, the darker you are, the closer you are to being out in the field, or you're a field slave. You know what I mean? The lighter you are, the more close you are to master's house.
Khan,
You see that? So these they have prejudice against that Willie Lynch syndrome
that's
found
right.
amongst both kingdoms, man.
That's right.
Long hair, they find it gross, or you know what I mean. It's unkept, or you know what I mean.
That's right. And it's just been a systematically destruction towards our people, man.
That's right.
And we're supposed to, we got to break out of these curses and keep the Most High's last statute commandments, man.
That's
Right.
right.
And also, what I was saying earlier on how the Northern Kingdom brothers, right here are indigenous brothers, right? Right. The Reubenites, the Gadites, and Issacharites, the Mexicans, right? Hispanics over here, you know, where it says that they're gonna come over here where no man has dwelt before, and we see that they found that there's ancient relics, right, of the slave ship that we just found, right, recently, and also the Los Lunar stone, which has the ancient Hebrew writings here, right. It's gonna tie into the scripture. I'm gonna bring this precept right here, and this should be Psalms. Hold on, let me bring that up right here. Psalms chapter 147, verse 19, right? And it says, He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel, right? He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, right? So it's saying that these statutes, the judgments, and laws were only given to the nation of Israel, man, right? So why are we seeing any relics or different artifacts over here, man? Right?
That's right.
You
Because
know?
exactly, and since it's found in both people, both ethnicities, quote unquote, then clearly we're of one, descent and heritage and people group.
Khan. Khan. Oh, and Slovakia. Just recently we seen there's thousands of artifacts of Hebrew writings found in Puerto Rico as well.
That's right. Get me
Right?
this one precept real quick. Revelation 6 and 8.
Khan. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth.
You see that? The fourth part of the earth. That was where no man has ever dwelt. That
Khan.
that fourth part, which is North America. Go ahead.
To kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the
You see
earth.
that? And with beasts and with hunger and with sword. That's how they got this land, man.
That's right.
Because the three parts of the three parts uh before the fourth um were already dwelt in.
Khan.
So if power has to be given to this horse, to go back to the scripture real quick.
Khan.
So if power has to be given to this horse to over this fourth part, clearly there was no dominion and there was no um oppression over this fourth part. You see that? It was living there freely. Obviously, our people were over there, but since he conquered the three parts and didn't have the fourth, that has to be talking about you know another landmass
Khan.
that he hadn't killed with the sword or hunger or death yet.
That's right.
So that clearly says um, uh, that the Native Americans and indigenous are our people.
Khan.
That clearly proves it. So yeah, that you can go on. What's your point?
Khan. Khan. I'm gonna go back to Second Ezra chapter 13, verse 42, right? And it says that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land, right? So this is talking about the northern kingdom, man, right? They never kept the statutes over there in Israel, right? In Assyria, right? When they were in captivity, so they came over here, right? To the Americas to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. And that's why we see all these artifacts here, these relics, you know,
And
proving.
Salakia,
Go ahead.
clearly it says that because a lot of Negro onlys try to say that, oh, they were doing child sacrifice, they're doing this and that, so they weren't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. First of all, we never kept it anywhere. We've always tried to, made an attempt, but we've always failed.
Come,
Here says that they might keep their their statutes, so they weren't going to keep it perfectly. It said might. That's a maybe. You know what I'm
come.
saying?
That's right.
So that they might keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Come.
So they tried, they made an attempt, but we always fall short because we're needing of that saving grace,
That's
which is
right.
the Yahushua.
That's right.
Just
Come.
wanted to bring that out real quick. I hate when these Negroes they say, "What do you mean that's not a point against them? That's a point in their favor because it goes along with the scripture."
Come. And also you could see clearly that the Native American brothers were trying to keep the commandments.
That's right.
You see the fringes, man. They're trying to you see they've been wearing fringes and everything, man.
They had fringes, they had priests, they had temples, they had all speaking Hebrew,
Come.
Paleo Hebrew. Come on now.
Come. And where's the land that's never been dwelt before if it's not the Americas, man? Where's
Thank you.
the fourth part? You understand?
That's
right?
right. Where is the fourth part?
Come on,
Why did Christopher Columbus uh, identify Arsareth, which is where they went, and name the land? If you go to verse 45, why did Christopher Columbus identify Arsareth with um with America?
come on.
And uh why did he bring Hebraic interpreters with him on the boats?
That's right.
Come on now.
Come on,
They clearly are people, and the white man's just trying to hide this stuff, man.
come on. Let me read verse 43. And they entered into Euphrates by the narrow places of the river. Verse 44. For the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. Right. So the Most High wanted the northern kingdom to come over here, man, to fulfill prophecy, man. This is all prophecy over here, man.
What's
Right.
that? What's that one precept where it said Zebulon had knowledge of the stars?
Oh, Khan. Let me find that.
That was one of their gifts.
Khan. I believe that's Issachar.
Is it Issachar?
Khan.
First Chronicles 12:32, I
First
think.
Chronicles. I think so. Let me see.
And the children of Israel, which were men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were yeah. First Chronicles 12:32.
Khan. It's the book of First Chronicles, chapter 12, verse 32. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, right? So this is exactly what you're talking about, man.
That's right.
Issachar, right? The Mayans, they're observing the stars, man. The
That's right.
times, right? Further tying more evidence, man, that they're the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
Right?
That's right, man.
To know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment. Right?
That's right. And we already know in Issachar, they have this understanding of times and understanding of celestial astrological events.
Come on.
Um, that's found in what? Aztec culture, Mayan culture. Even Esau is making hundreds of millions of dollars off of their what? Their doomsday clock or
Come
whatever
on.
calendar crap that they come on now.
Come on.
And they're just trying to chalk it up to them being what and just spiritually inclined and all this conscious garbage.
Come on. Right? You see Esau trying to take everything that's ours, man.
That's right.
Right?
So
Understand?
let's uh let's see. Want to continue with the article?
Come on. Right?
I was up here cutting it up.
Come on. Right. So it says the First Nation is working with museum specialists and the coroner's office to establish the causes and timings of the deaths, which are not currently known. Right. Now, the chief of the community in British Columbia city of Kamloops said the preliminary finding represented an unthinkable loss that was never documented by the school's administrators.
See that?
Because Esau, they don't want to show, they want to hide all the truth. What
Hmm.
the whole wicked things that they've done, man. Every place, every country that they go, they always rape, rob, and murder people, man.
That's right. And
That's their whole history.
if Gad, I'm assuming these were Gadites. If Gad just took heed to Sirach 12:10, saying, "Set not thy enemy beside thee, for like iron rusted, so shall I'm paraphrasing, roughly paraphrasing. So shall he be." You're not
Con,
supposed to make any sort of covenants with them, man. You're not supposed to, set them beside you. You're not supposed to make any sort of agreements with you. And then after you get, if you're gonna get Sirach 12, after that,
con,
pull up Psalms 55 right after.
Con,
Because this man is as death. You're making a covenant with death, man.
con. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man.
That's right. Never trust an enemy, man. Wait. Continue.
Con. Though he humble himself and go
Though he humble
crouching,
himself, continue.
yet take good heed, and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away.
You see that? His his glass is still dirty.
Con,
You can never trust this man. And and
con,
and, and though we go humbling himself and say, "Oh, we're mourning with you," but you caused it.
con,
You caused it, and you're still dirt, and you still oppressing them. Dirty drinking water, not. You know what I mean? Raping their women, going on the reservations, raping their women. Still, these police officers still doing all manner of atrocity against our people. They're
con.
still suffering, protesting just as we're protesting in the street. So
That's
your your looking glass is not wiped away, bro.
that's right. And Esau can be likened unto a snake,
That's
just like
right.
a snake, man. You
Get get
understand?
get Psalms 55 and 20 for me, real quick. Sorry,
It's lucky.
55.
It's lucky.
55.
Yeah. And this is the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant.
You see that? He put his hand against those who are at peace with him, man.
That's right.
They're at peace with. They're probably calling him brother when they came. There's something I forgot where I read it, but it said Tainos, when they seen Christopher Columbus about the shore or trying to come to shore, he was going in circles. He was going in circles, couldn't even find the land to land, and they had to go out and bring him to land. The man
Con.
on some say it again.
Con. I said con, man.
God, the Tainos. That's how trusting and loving and peaceful they are. And that's how stupid and wretched the white man is. He was literally like a dog chasing his tail in the ocean until they had to come and bring him ashore. It
Con.
wasn't some nice voyage where
Con. Salakia and our people are so loving that we were teaching these Edomites everything, man.
That's right.
How to live, how to bathe, how to shower, how to clean themselves. You
Con
know,
on both sides of the world,
uh,
and
con,
us there in Europe, and over here, we taught them
con,
how to defeat the small how to not defeat the smallpox. They gave us the smallpox, but how to, how to cure yourself of scurvy.
con,
With the vitamin C, you have
con,
to you have to like suck on a certain type of tree or something like that, and they had a
con,
whole play. They didn't know how to handle nothing.
con. We had all the medicines, the herbs, man. We knew exactly how to. We were a foundation with ourselves, man, by ourselves, man.
That's
Right.
right.
The Most High gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. We were thriving peacefully, man. Right, and we were so loving that we were over here helping the so-called white man, right? Not knowing that that's a damn enemy that the Bible speaks of, man. That's our enemy, right?
That's right.
And so Esau's just so wicked, like a snake, right? Took all these things and ended up rape, robbing, and destroying us, even to this day, man.
That's right. And
Right?
and and in Sirach 12 and 10 or 12 and 11, it said, "What though he go crouching and humble himself, that's just like a snake
That's right.
on his belly. He's crouching, humbling himself. Wary, extra careful, cautious, acting
Khan,
as if he's on your side. But then
Khan,
he'll turn around with his fangs out.
Khan, Salakia, and then you can see just like these politicians, man, smiling, saying, "Oh, everything's gonna be all right. We're gonna do this. We're gonna. There's gonna be more jobs open. Things are going to be more peaceful." All this fake, empty words. When they get when they get promoted, you see none of these things happening, man. Things just end up getting worse and worse.
Bring up Revelations 13 and 11 real quick.
Go on. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
You see that? He had two horns like a lamb, acting as if he's soft and cuddly and on your side, speaking that in that peace and safety spirit. But he spake as a dragon,
That's right.
and he is a dragon, man, and is as death. You see that?
Go on.
Comes all nice and cuddly, but he'll bite you, man. He'll burn you. He'll literally burn you, which he has done to our forefathers.
That's right.
You want to continue with the article?
Go on. Right. Let's go. And it says, Slakia. Con, so where was it? Oh, yes. So the chief of the community in British Columbia city of Kamloops said the preliminary finding represented an unthinkable loss that was never documented by the school's administrators, right? And Canada's residential schools were compulsory boarding schools run by the government and religious authorities during the 19th and 20th centuries with the aim of forcibly assimilating indigenous youth, right? That's what we're doing, man.
That's right. And he and
Right.
he and he what is that? He transgresses by wine, man. This is him literally transgressing by wine,
Come on,
forcing you to drink it, man.
come
And
on,
and and this is that's that mighty nation that the Most High sent upon us because we wanted to trust in men just like this.
come on, and look at this, right? Open, look. The residential school was the largest in the residential system, right? Opened under Roman Catholic administration in 1890. The school had as many as 500 students when enrollment peaked in the 1950s, man. So they were stripping us of our Hebraic customs and forcing Roman Catholic practices upon us, man. Right?
That's
They
right.
just
That's right.
putting us in
And
their
that just
clothes
shows.
and
That
this
just
in the
shows.
school systems, man.
Salakia. That just shows what beast this is. Because uh where this is the eighth beast, man. Because um eh, um and is of the seventh. And Britain came out of Rome, right?
Con,
Britain came out of Rome, and then swiftly came the eighth, which was America, and the scripture said is as the seventh. So this is clearly shows what beast we're in, and this what scripture was that in? I think it was in Zechariah, where it said um yeah, Edom is in the land of the north and is the daughter of Babylon, man.
con,
So this is clearly uh and us being oppressed in the land of the north, oppressed together, shows what beast we're in and who we are and where we are.
that's
See
right.
that? And where we are in time, man.
Con, con. Let me continue. It gets worse, right? So the chief of the First Nation, our people, right? He said the remains were found with the help of a ground penetrating radar during a survey of the school, right? And it says, to our knowledge, these missing children are undocumented deaths, right? And it says some were as young as 3 years old, man.
Jesus Christ.
They're killing off our 3-year-old children, man, and then burying them and putting building schools on top of them, on top of the remains, man. 215 children as young as 3 years old. That's how wicked these Edomites are, man.
That's right. Bring out Amos 1 and 11.
Gone,
It's heavy guns. It's heavy guns today.
gone.
Motherfucker.
This is the book of Amos,
Motherfucker.
chapter 1, verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof. because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
That's right. You see that? And he did pursue his brother with the sword. Bring out Ezekiel 5 and 12 now.
Come on. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 5, verse 12. A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee, and I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them.
You see that? And I will draw out a sword after them, those who were scattered out to the winds. Who pursued Israel with the sword?
Man,
Come on now. Esau, the jig is up, man. The
that's
jig
right.
is up. Say again.
I said that's right.
The jig is up, man. Your tongue is falling upon yourself. All these prophecies are coming to pass against your nation, and this is just more credence for us to turn our hearts back to the fathers and sift through, you know, the atrocities of your people and what we've been through, man, and coincided with the Bible and condemn your ass.
Come on, right? And this precept right here ties into everything that they do, man, to
That's
this
right.
day, right? And ties into this article here as well, man, right? Where they slaughtered 215 children, held didn't do held themselves not guilty, undocumented the whole situation, and built and built schools on top of them, man, right? So this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5, right? And it says, "Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that seldom say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." Right? So these Edomites, these wicked damn so-called white people, been killing us and destroying us, man.
That's right.
And they hold themselves not guilty, man. Right? Over here mourning and all this wicked this lies that they speak of. They're not mourning, man. They got caught. If if the chief never found this information, right? Would they be mourning? No. They don't care. They're gonna move on and keep killing us, man. Right?
That's right. That's right. Continue on.
Come on. Verse 6, for I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord, but lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hand, and to the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. Right?
Khan, Salakia. I'm trying to find this one precept where it
Come
said
on.
a remnant shall return to the Lord um after they've been cast down and chased after with the sword. But it's all right.
Come on. That should be Isaiah. Hold on, let me
I'm
see.
pretty sure it's in Isaiah, but
Isaiah 10. Hold on, let me find that. Should be Isaiah chapter 10.
it says it a bunch of places. But there's one specific one I'm looking for. But I think there might be one in Isaiah 10 too.
Is it 10 and 23 maybe? Con. I think this might be it. it. Let me know if this is it. I'm gonna read it out.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. Right? in truth.
I mean that wait, read that one more time. It pretty much says what I'm looking for. There's still
Con,
one specific one. It goes on to say we'd be ashamed and confounded, and we would mourn ourselves. Having troubles finding it.
con. Shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth.
That's right.
Verse 21, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty Yahweh. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. Their consumption, the creed, shall overflow with righteousness. Verse 23, for the Lord God of hosts shall make a consumption, even determined in the midst of all the land. Right?
But even that one part, where did it say? But they shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. So we're no longer trusting in oppression, man.
That's right.
No longer trusting in the image of Babylon and the shadow of Egypt,
Come
but
on.
shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. So
That's
that's
right.
in these law, statutes, and commandments. And this is the whole house. This is the whole house of Israel.
Come on.
Because no one no throughout the captivities we came, but you know, just a select tribes, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi returned to the Lord, but ultimately were scattered again. So this clearly can't be talking about, you know, these other captivities and Assyrian captivity. They never came back. We know they didn't come back.
Come on.
So this is clearly talking about where the land of the north. Get that in Jeremiah 3.
Come on.
Shall return from the land of the north. I want to get there with you. Let's see, Ezekiel, Isaiah. One second. Uh, I think start at 12.
Come on.
Wait, no. 18. 3 and 18.
Come on. In those, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3, verse 18. In those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north, to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto your fathers.
Just like that. Just like that. So uh we have to be dwelling in the land of the north for us both to be redeemed. So clearly they are here. The northern kingdom is here in the land of the north, awaiting to be redeemed. And jump to Deuteronomy 30 and 1.
Come on, come on. And just add into that,
Yeah, go ahead.
you know, that's exactly what the Most High set up, for prophecy to be fulfilled, man. That's why the northern kingdom fled Assyria into the land of their captivity to practice the Hebraic customs here in the land of the north, man.
That's right.
Right? It all ties in, right? So both kingdoms are supposed to be dwelt over here, right? So it's all
Hmm.
ties into prophecy, man. That's what I said. That's what it says over here. And they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I've given for an inheritance to your fathers, man. So it's all tied in together for prophecy, man.
Exactly.
Right?
This is the final stage.
That's right.
This is the stage for all the events, and that's why all those everyone, all the Northern Kingdom brothers, from Puerto Rico, all those, all these people are coming, trying to barge their way into America.
That's right.
For the Most High is setting the stage. That's why they kicked all those people out of the land, and all all the Hebrew Israelites out of the land just before all those nukes started popping off and everything.
Come
All that he's Most High is setting the stage. So read that. Go ahead.
come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call to them thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord thy God hath driven thee.
Exactly. So this is us calling to mind um, the obviously the blessings that in our former glory. You know what I mean? Turning to mind. Oh, we're actually the Israelites. We're actually, we have these blessings from our forefathers, but also the cursing
God,
among all the nations, whether the Lord hath driven thee. So this is what's going on now.
that's right.
The sword he drew out after us by the hand of Esau. You see that? And it said his anger did tarry perpetually. Perpetually means forever, man. So
That's right.
what seed is angry with what seed forever for no reason? Come on now.
That's right.
But it's getting long.
Come on. Let's sit on that.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Come on.
We can keep going on that, but it's all right.
Come on.
We got the gist.
Come on.
Meat and potatoes.
Come on. Jake, we don't want you guys to get too distracted, too much. Jake would be like, oh, that's enough.
God.
Well, pretty much we got the gist of it, just
That's
more
right.
evidence to show, our people that we're the Israelites, man, right?
That's right.
Especially our northern brothers, man, because there's a lot of our so-called Negroes, so-called black people that don't believe that the Native Americans and the Hispanics are our people, man. So this all this information, all this evidence, just ties in more that to show that to our people, especially the so-called Negroes, to welcome our Native American and Hispanic brothers, man. That because they're also the Israelites, man.
Back home. And your own salvation is in jeopardy for
That's right.
denying your brother, man,
Oh,
and suffering sin upon him.
that's right.
So there's blood on your hands, and I mean, it's better to even just spiritually discerning, to have at least ask the Most High for that gift, because if nothing will come about accepting them and mending that Northern Kingdom Southern Kingdom relationship, nothing will come about it, or nothing wrong will come about it. You know what I mean? Only uh you can't go wrong. You know what I'm trying to say?
Con. Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
better
that's
it's
right.
better to be wrong doing the right thing, you know what I mean,
That's right.
than to be right doing the wrong thing, and then you and then your salvation is gone.
Con.
You know what I mean?
Con. And with that, we want to say all honor. We want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh,
How about
Bashem,
Shem Yahushai?
and as always, God bless you,
Kwame Asherah.